So, do you want to talk about WWE writer wanting to put Hornswoggle in a pillowcase and throw him off a bridge?
I want to talk about my version of it, where it's Vince McMahon actually wanted to put Hornswoggle in a pillowcase and kill him. That's the version of
Johnny had the inside scoop that we didn't have.
Johnny Scoopsman.
So, allegedly, I mean, Bryan Gewirtz, I mean, I don't know who he ever beat, but I don't know. He put out a tweet. He said he found this thing while he was doing some cleaning in his house, and he says, I don't know which writer came up with this nearly 13 years ago, and I can pretty much guarantee it didn't make it to Vince, but you got to admire someone who swings for the fences. I feel like Vince wrote this, and he's just covering for him because he doesn't want Vince to tell him to murder this guy.
I feel like it too.
But it goes that they wanted to do an angle with Hornswoggle where have Vince say to Hornswoggle that we're going for a ride as Vince stuffs Hornswoggle into a pillowcase. Have a camera standing on a bridge, and we love our bridge sponsor.
Dude, when I read bridge, I said, do it. Throw that little man off the bridge.
The Attitude Era bridge.
Have a camera standing on a bridge, and the audience sees Vince throw Hornswoggle out the window of his limousine and over the bridge railing. Hornswoggle plummets to his death.
Into water.
And then he says, I know it's morbid and highly unlikely ever to be used, but I think it's something that a fed-up Mr. McMahon could resort to after trying for so long to get rid of him. So, at one point, in some alternate universe, there is a timeline where Vince McMahon killed Hornswoggle on TV, very similar to an alternate timeline where Tommy Dreamer came out at WrestleMania 17 and blew fucking Paul Heyman's head off and killed him, and then killed himself. All right, what's the next
Johnny,
news we're gonna talk about?
No, we're gonna break this down real quick, buddy.
What's the next news you want to talk about?
There's some good stuff here, man.
You know what would actually happen is Hornswoggle would still be alive and he'd just speak gibberish.
No, then you have to have so he
tosses
him. He doesn't even get out of the limousine, by the way. He just tosses him out the window.
Tosses him out the window, like just a drive.
The sunroof, out the sunroof.
Just drive by.
Vince throws him out of the sunroof, and then as they're driving away, Vince gives him the sunroof and does the St. Valentine's Day Massacre double middle fingers.
Ghost riding the whip.
And then it cuts to a camera that just so happens to be hanging on the bridge as Hornswoggle falls into the water in a pillowcase.
Damn,
I
dude.
am all in on this idea. I think this is
awesome.
because all wrestling is now is like, I'm going to sign a contract, I'm going to wrestle you, I'm going to eat hot chip, and I'm going to lose. So, like, I'm not into that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to see Hornswoggle die. And I
feel like this
let's book this. Let's book this, man.
To me.
Yeah, this is very weird, champ, but I'm totally poggers about it.
Omega lol.
So Hornswoggle gets thrown out, right? Vince goes back. He thinks he's done it. He starts talking to Shane or whoever's there, and he's like, "Hey, man, like I did the deed." And he said, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I killed the little man." He's like, "Hornswoggle."
Was this during the? Let me ask you real quick. Is this during the DX Hornswoggle stuff? Is that when?
I think this is during
the
when he was his son, right?
I think it's either the son or that would make the most sense.
Okay,
like when he was under the ring with
his
he said, little man court.
He's not my son. I'm gonna kill it. My own creation.
My son.
Inject the lethal.
Turns around in the chair. It says Hornswoggle on the back.
it's a little shillelagh.
he does the cutthroat taunt. Yeah,
and then they definitely got to do a scene where Finley goes and saves him, right? Jumps off the bridge to save him.
No, that's what I was gonna say. So I think personally, they should have tossed him off the bridge, right? And he thinks like, well, okay, that'll be it for that episode. He'll tell Shane he killed him or whatever, like, oh, Hornswoggle's dead. But then some shit starts happening to Vince McMahon every single week, like it's the ghost of Hornswoggle, right? So like,
he looks in the mirror like
the Irish curse.
Yeah, so like the Irish curse, like stuff starts happening to Vince every single week, and he's just like has no one else sees this. No one else everyone thinks that Vince is going insane.
Like the Orton Undertaker mirror spot.
Or Hogan
Warrior. Yes.
Yeah. So just like that, and like Vince is the only one that notices this is going on. And like eventually it leads to like Vince going back to the bridge and he's like, I don't know what's going on. But then all of a sudden he looks over the bridge and then behind him Hornswoggle is there and he's got water he's drenched in water, right? And he's got all this stuff on, and then it's like Hornswoggle fucking with Vince. He was alive the whole time. Turns out Hornswoggle can swim, and the pillowcase.
You can easily, the pillowcase just
turns
opened.
out it was a very soft river. There was no current. The pillowcase just came undone, and Hornswoggle swam to the shore. But Hornswoggle was messing with him the whole time, and then that leads to Hornswoggle getting his revenge on Vince McMahon. So I think that would be a really fun angle to run.
That would be pretty good. But I also wouldn't mind if they legitimately just killed him off there as well.
Yeah, I mean, or you could take it the other way where Hornswoggle is dead and he's just truly...
Yeah, that's good. End the sentence there.
He hits the pool of water, blood splatter everywhere. It's just the most violent thing you've ever seen on television.
And then, but then, like, because Finley was his boy, so Finley goes and get him. He's obviously dead, but, like, Finley starts carrying the pillowcase over his shoulder, Jake Roberts style, to the ring every week. With
That's
dead
also
horses.
good. That's also good. I like that.
That is the best thing ever.
Yeah, that's also
Case and
I like
everything.
that.
And you got like wrestlers like nudging the case like they're afraid of it. Like, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
You got, like,
and then, the blow off is the case opens and it's zombie Hornswoggle inside. He's ravenous.
SmackDown versus Raw.
And Finley has tied up, they do the Macho Man Damien spot, put Vince tied up in the ropes, and he grabs Hornswoggle like the snake and has him bite Vince.
You have to do that thing with Great Khali, like the Andre thing, where he's like, no. Great Khali.
And the payoff is they all start dancing to Khali's music.
and then we debut the Funkasaurus.
Yeah, the funk is on a roll.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. I think they should have ran with this. Either one of those would have went over pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if you would like to hire us to write your TV
and your video games, that's cool.
Yeah, we are here.
House real big, cars real big, belly real big.
Thank you for watching. Now it's time to shout out the Big Money Today tier members, starting with Ultimate 145, Cinco, Geometric Hog, I Stun Noctonian by getting every shirt in XL, and Cyborg for life. I am currently working on WXO episode 3, so look out for that next week. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Thing that connect from the front to the back.